Hi everyone, my name is Leo and I'm on the Bull Street Builders team. Before I bring in my teammates, let me tell you a story that's probably not unfamiliar. It's March, you're a college student, you just found out you can't stay in the dorms next year, so you have about 4 months to find off-campus housing, near your campus, your classes, wherever else you need to be every day. You do what everyone does. You open Zillow, you open apartments.com, maybe you post in a Facebook group. You get hit with hundreds of listings that have nothing to do with student life, wrong part of town, wrong price range, no sense of commute, no sense of what it would actually be like to live there. Let's say you do find something that looks promising. Now you need to figure out, how far is this from my morning class? Is the neighborhood safe? Is the landlord even going to respond to me? You email or call, you wait, someone else took it. And for a roommate, good luck. You're either texting people you barely know or posting anyone need a place in a group chat and hoping whoever responds isn't a nightmare. Now, if you're the parent in this situation, you're just getting texts from your kid that say, I found something, it's fine, stop worrying. You get zero visibility. And this is the problem why we built Rec Connect to solve. And it affects hundreds of thousands of students every single semester. I worked on the front end and AI integration. Let me bring in the rest of the team. We have Lane, who is our backend developer, Ayush, our AI and data engineer, Camden, our DevOps and testing engineer, and Alex, our database and cloud lead. Together, we built a cross-platform mobile app that connects students, landlords, and parents in one place with AI-powered matching at the center. Lane, take it away.
Thanks, Leo. I'm Lane. Let me dig into what the current situation actually looks like, because I think it's worse than most people realize. If you're a student today, your apartment search is kind of scattered across multiple different apps, like 4 or 5 different apps that don't talk to each other and don't know anything about your life. Zillow will show you a nice looking apartment, but it won't tell you that it's a 30-minute drive from your lecture hall, or that the neighborhood has a high crime rate, or that the landlord takes 3 weeks to respond to maintenance requests. Roomies.com might help you find someone with a dog, but it has no connection to the actual listings that you're looking at. So you're stitching everything together yourself, manually, under a time crunch. On the landlord side, listing near a college campus means fielding a flood of inquiries, managing screening tenants, and screening maintenance over text, and having zero data on who's actually looking at your listing. Rent Connect ties all of this together. Here's what we set out to accomplish. For students, we wanted to give them an AI-powered match score that factors in commute time to their actually daily locations, lifestyle compatibility, and budget all in one place. Let them save listings and share them with their parents, find compatible roommates, and message landlords directly without having to leave the app. For landlords, we wanted to give them a real dashboard. List properties, run promotions, track views and inquiries, handle maintenance requests, and see active places all in one. For parents, we wanted to give them visibility without being intrusive. We wanted to give them the ability to browse listings, build a shared watch list with their student, and see their kids' lease details once something's been signed. All of this built on a tech stack that Ayush is going to walk you through, and then we're jumping straight into the demo.
Hey, I'm Ayush. We're going to do a quick tech rundown and then we'll be in the app. The front end is React Native with Expo, so one code base runs on both iOS and Android. Navigation is Expo Router. File-based routing, very similar to Next.js if you've ever used that. And for forms and validation, we use React Hook Form with Zod, which lets us enforce rules like students must use a edu email to sign up. That happens directly at the schema level before anything even hits the backend. The backend is a Python fast API service. It handles all the AI-powered matching. For the vibe matching piece specifically, we generate sentence-level vector embeddings of user lifestyle bios and property descriptions using sentence transformers. We then compare them using cosine similarity. Commute scoring uses the Haverson formula against the user's daily location anchors, and we call OpenAI's GPT-4o mini model to generate a plain English explanation for each match result. We picked the mini model deliberately to keep inference costs low. All real-time data, including users, properties, chats, and leases, lives in Firebase Firestore. Images go to Firebase storage. Auth is using Firebase Auth. One tech swap worth calling out: we originally planned to use React Native Maps for our property map, but Google Maps billing and API key management were a headache early on. We switched to Leaflet.js inside a React Native web view, pulling tiles from OpenStreetMap. Totally free, no API key. Honestly, it works great, and we do it again. All right, let's meet Marcus. Marcus is a USC sophomore. His dorm contract just ran out and he needs a place to live. He opens Rent Connect, taps sign up, and selects student. He enters his edu email, The app validates this at the schema level and won't let him proceed otherwise. He fills in his name, picks his school, writes a short bio. This whole sign-up flow takes under 2 minutes. Now he goes to set his matching preferences. He sets his budget, $800 to $1,200 a month, minimum 2 bedrooms. Then he adds location anchors, his main lecture hall, the campus gym, his part-time job downtown. The app uses these to calculate real commute times to each spot, not just straight line distance. He writes his lifestyle bio: I have a dog, I love cooking, I need quiet time to study, but I'm social on the weekends. He hits find my matches, and Camden, you got it from here.
Thanks, Ayush. I'm Camden, and from here, the app calls our Fast API backend, showing him his top matches. By clicking on a property, it's able to show kind of the overall score and break down why it scored it the way it did. Scrolling down, he's then able to see more information about the lease as well as some property highlights. Then he's able to hit the amenities tab, going into property amenities to see what the apartment offers. From there, see the utilities, what kind of utilities are there. And then next, he's able to click safety to see what kind of safety features are specific to this apartment. Then, by clicking the location tab, he's able to see the location of the apartment as well as some nearby places. Then, clicking on the map view, he's able to open a full map and see kind of different properties around the area. And by zooming in and out and then dragging with his mouse, he's able to move around to see what apartments are really nearby. By clicking on one of these markers, he's able to see a short, detailed list of what the property's features are. And then if he sees one that kind of catches his attention and he wants to learn more about it, he's able to click the View Details button to see the full card of what exactly the property has to offer. Say browsing through this, he decides that he really likes the apartment and wants to get in contact with the landlord. By pressing that message button, he's able to open up this chat feature, allowing him to message the landlord whatever he wants. He can ask about availability, show his interest, or anything between. And then, once he's done with his message, he's able to press that send button, and this sends the message directly to the landlord. And then in doing so, it also adds it to a chat database, allowing him to then go into the chats tab and then review any chats that he's had in the past. And it saves it based off the recipient's name, so he's able to see who he's talking to. Next, going back to the properties, let's say he finds a property he likes. He presses that heart icon in the top right, and what this does is it saves it to his liked properties, so that when he presses that liked button, he's then able to see it in its saved state, so that, if he loses track, he doesn't have to go find it again. And it saves it just for him.
I'm Alex, and this is our landlord dashboard where you can see info about your properties pulled live from Firestore. David, our landlord, wants to list a new property. He types the address with autocomplete powered by OpenStreetMap. No Google Maps API needed. He can set rent, number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and square footage. He uploads photos of the property and provides a short description. He can also select certain amenities from these chips: Wi-Fi, parking, pet-friendly, etc. He chooses the property type, the lease term, and the security deposit. There's options for pets, parking, and utilities, and he includes aspects of the property he wants highlighted and certain safety features. He can also list nearby locations like grocery stores, stadiums, etc. Once he hits submit, that listing is live in the app immediately, visible to every student searching right now. The property appears under his Properties tab, where you can see all the information he's filled in. When a maintenance request comes in from a tenant, David can see it in his maintenance dashboard. Each request has a priority level, low, medium, high, or urgent, and a status tracker. You can update it from open to in progress to finally resolved. You can message tenants directly from the chat tab, and potential tenants can also reach out to David with questions regarding his properties. Back to the dashboard, let's say David wants to create a promotion for one of his properties. Under Promotions, David selects the property and describes the promotion and the discount type. Here, David wants the first month of rent to be free. He goes back to his list of properties and the promotion appears on the property page. Back to Marcus, who is looking for potential roommates. He opens roommate matching and sets his sleep schedule, his living habits, and his guest policy. He gives a shared rent budget and selects his lifestyle tags. Marcus is studious, active, and a big foodie. He then writes a short description of himself and saves his preferences. Pressing Find My Matches, he gets a ranked list of compatible students. Each card shows their compatibility score, their lifestyle tags, their budget, and their bio. You can expand any profile for more details and see shared attributes. If Marcus finds a potential roommate he likes, he can save them, or he can tap message to open a direct chat with them. And that is Rent Connect, student housing matched to your lifestyle, connected to everybody in it. Thank you so much for watching.